What is up, everyone? Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you all had a great day, and if you're out with your loved ones, then you shouldn't be here. Thankfully, I have a wife who loves me, and I don't need to do anything at night anymore. My day was good. I just got done bowling. Had two really good games and one not so good game. CCIV is very popular and looks really good. So, what's up, Taylor? What's up, Izzy? Hey, Bull, I got you. If you guys want, I don't know if you, let's see here. What just happened? Whoa. There we go. What up, everyone? No, I don't throw a straight ball. Just the curve balls. I take bowling pretty seriously. DNMR looks really good, actually. So you can see here, I have DMR as a pennant right here. I think it's just starting on a wave 5. I do have this automated in our breakout alerts too, so if it does start a wave 5, we will catch this right here on this breakout right here. So, like how people just join, they're like, thoughts? CCIV. So what it appears on this, so let's see here. So to me, this is basically starting the next impulse move. So this could actually be starting a whole nother impulse move. So that would look something like that if it had another impulse move. Hope you guys all have had a great weekend. Sorry the markets aren't open tomorrow. I'm disappointed too. But I am going to take tomorrow. Actually, this is exciting because I don't have to focus on the market tomorrow, and I have a lot of free time. So tomorrow's going to be dedicated almost the entire day to developing Fortuna and Super Fortuna. So that's really exciting, and you guys should all be equally excited for that. So. Yeah, people that play QuantumScape don't get moderators. Believe I have Jivo done. Yeah, so Jivo I've had for a while. Just need to update it a little bit. But Jivo's basically, there we go. You know, basically on a smaller wave 5 here. It looks like what happened was it's kind of creating this cup and handle right here. And so I've heard really good things about Jivo, and I think Jivo could continue to run. So we'll have to see what happens, but for me, a Jivo over 15 and it's game on again. So 15's the trigger for me on Jivo. Nate, I gave you mods, don't worry. Wait. So say Zenon, you're the man. Am I lagging? Like, I feel like I'm lagging. It says excellent connection. It's crazy. You know, it's funny. I'm actually drinking tea right now. Apps looks really good, Michael. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Digital Turbine has been going crazy this year, and it's flagging again slash penalting again. So, I mean, just play the breakouts. All you gotta do is whichever way it breaks, you're good to go. I do have a beer after I drink my tea. I, I had a couple beers at bowling. I don't want to be sloshy or ridiculous, so a responsible adult alternates alcohol, non-alcohol. So I do have a raspberry tart New Glarus next to me. Really excited to drink that. Land Shark's pretty good. I agree. So while everyone's joining, we'll do a couple. What? Oh, I was gonna say this can't be right. There we go. Oh man, I haven't updated this in forever, and it's just following this channel perfectly. Breakout back in the channel. Oh, that's a beautiful channel, and it's tight. Ooh, that's tight. That's a tight channel. Tight. It's a nice word. Tight. What's up, Arky? Yeah, I've been following IQ, Michael, and Hotch. All these are recorded, so if you wanna come back, you can rewatch it. But I've been watching IQ for a while. I got all the channels. It's filling the gap. It's 100% probably going to 28 if I'm gonna be honest with you. And then after 28, if IQ breaks 28, you need to have it on watch because look at this thing. This could pull a multi-year Space. So Space had a very similar setup. And back in the day, like people were saying IQ is a $100, $50 to $100 stock, and it's the Netflix of China. It's taken a long time to get where it's at, but IQ is a wonderful thing to put some money into. That you probably, in my opinion, like it's got Baidu behind it. Baidu owns it, and they're not going to let it fail, in my opinion. So they're going to keep dumping money into it till it succeeds, and it's got deals with Netflix and other IP producers. It's got a lot of the high-end shows. They're a little different. They're not quite a Netflix, so they're more of a YouTube combined with Netflix. So they have like their premium, and they have like their free plans. So it's a little different than the Netflix setup, but Sly, our newsletter plan, combined with all of the Catalyst alerts and everything, is $15. If you want all the automated alerts and the AI alerts, that's 48 right now. What's CGIX? Let me take a look at this. I don't know if I have that one on my list. What? Hold on. CGIX. What the? This is a penny stock that got news, I'm assuming? Yeah, we put a lot of work into it this week. With it being a short week, we didn't want to have... this looks like it's going back to 578, and then after that it can maybe start curling up more. I know nothing about this, though, so... Yeah, can someone link him, Sly, the website, since he's interested in it? Just give him the plan details. Axel, yeah, I mean, if you want to throw your affiliate link in here, I don't care. That's fine. You guys are my friends, and I'd like to have you make money. So if you guys want to pump just don't go crazy. You know, we're mainly here to learn. That's the whole point of the classroom, is to learn. It's not to make people feel like they have to do anything. If people want to join, that's up to them. I'm here to teach, and that's what I want to do. So, alright, so this is interesting. It's kind of forming a big ABC, so I'm a little worried that it might come back down to 37 again. You do have some pretty clear waves here as well. As this is an extended wave 5, which generally when you have an extended wave 5 takes a very long time for it to go up. But what this could be doing, you do have kind of an inverse head and shoulders going on here. Let's see what we got for trend lines. I don't know what the hell you guys... Some of you guys that come on here say the weirdest fucking things. Yeah, so we're probably going to have to... There's no real clear trend lines, so we're probably going to have to go a little old school here and use some of these other lines. Alright, so you're probably looking at a bounce around 44. I imagine this would come down one more time and maybe bounce off of this line right here. And if it doesn't go there, then it's probably coming down to 40. So 44.50, and then if 44.50 doesn't hold, 40, and then after that we can maybe see a reversal, hopefully, and that completes the ABC. Hopefully it's not a full zigzag back down. I mean, I would think with all the hoopla going on, XPEV is pretty bullish. And here's the other thing to consider. You got a clear downtrend in volume, so something's going to happen one way or the other. My bet is on it going back up. Now 74 is going to take a while, and it is pretty up there right now, so alright, let's see here. I'm going to go through my list, and then when I'm done, I'll take some more requests. I do think I have laser on my list, so we'll get there. So I'm just going to start the lesson. We're going to do some charting. I'll do a bunch of tickers from scratch, and then if there's time left over, I'll go over like kind of how I did all this right here, and we'll see if we can answer some questions. So I've already gone through my alpha list, so what I want to do tonight is go through my normal watch list. We're probably not going to get through the whole thing because it's hundreds and hundreds of tickers. I do want to highlight XLE. I actually worked on this, and oil is going crazy right now. I fully expect this to just have a massive breakout. So I actually worked on this Friday after I wrote the newsletter, and after I wrote the newsletter, I was like, shit, I should have put XLE on there. So this is me telling you, XLE is a wonderful play, and it's going to go crazy this week. So I don't know what DNN is, by the way. But if you're gonna be a millionaire, it's probably gonna be a penny. Yep, that's what I thought. Denison Mines, do they do silver? Uranium. Oh, I think I heard about this. It's interesting though. Probably a pump and dump. We'll see. I mean, hopefully you make a lot of money on it. I'm here to talk about oil and energy right now, though. So I looked at all the waves. I backtracked it to November. I think this is about to start a new impulse wave out. And so the big ones in XLE is you're looking at XOM, which has a clear bull flag here. So bull flag is a descending bull flag, but it's still a bull flag. So this is on a uptrend with a retrace, and then this should do one of these. So XLE is a big one. CVX. I mean, all of these have kind of been consolidating, and I expect CVX to retest 100. There is actually there's a gap there, so if this can get over 95, that would be a nice play. Even from 93, I bet you this could touch 100 this week easily. Oil prices are, I'm pretty sure, going really good right now. Alright, let's see here. I think Oxy has been very popular. I believe it's heavily shorted as well. We can start from scratch on this one. So I'm seeing here are some clear waves up here, and then you could see a retracement wave down, consolidation wave right here, impulse wave up, looks like, let's see here, this is probably more of a 5 wave down. Oops, I gotta redo that. So you have a 5 wave down, and what looks to be a wave 4 right here. So this would be your wave 1, this would be your wave 4, and then we're gonna have one more breakout here. And it looks like this could easily go back to 31. There's not a lot of resistance here. I mean, Oxy literally, just based on the short interest alone, is going to be really explosive. The gap between 25 and 42, this could pay really nice in the future. So a lot of people thought this was going to go out of business. Thank you, everyone. I just realized I pulled my mic out when I was yelling at my dog. Sorry about that. I guess we're going to start over. I was talking this whole time. Ugh. Hold on 1 second. Okay, mic should be back on. That's good to go. Let's start over. What I was trying to say was, when oil prices were crashing, Oxy is at a very heavy disadvantage because they rely on oil prices significantly because they are an oil producer. So with them having crazy debt, Like they are probably one of the most indebted oil producers because they've been buying all their competition they've been buying, but they've been spending so much money. When they're not making money, it's possible they can go out of business. So you're looking here. That's what happened here. Is all the short sellers are like, oh yeah, Oxy's going out of business, and so they shorted this thing down a ton. And whenever it rallies, they short it like crazy. So this has a. Let me check here real quick what the. Do it in our chit chat channel. I'll just do what the short interest is on Oxy. So actually only has a 3% short float. So that looks like a lot of the shorts were covering here. And it didn't actually squeeze as hard. I mean, it did squeeze obviously from 8 to 26, but that tells me that there's not a lot of short squeeze left. I thought there would be more, I'll be honest with you. But I still think Oxy, again, could be a well played, they did do, I believe they did do some share. Oh, I'm having a brain fart here. Some share offerings down here. So, while I don't think it's ever going to go back, to 87, it's not unheard of for it to potentially go back to 42 or even in this range. So, for me to 30, this is the range I'm going to play it at. But there's always other good energy producers. So let's do a couple here. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough here. And Agilent has been on this. This actually looks pretty good. It's kind of got a flag forming here. So Agilent over 129.50 could be a nice breakout. Let's look at Apple here. So I called Apple out last week. I said, look at this. So this is actually a lotto play that I was looking at. I saw a descending wedge. Basically saw this descending wedge here, and it was in this channel, and I was like, oh, this thing's gonna bounce. And that's exactly what happened. We got these two huge green candles out of this bounce here, and I fully expect Apple to test 140 again this week, if not 141. So this thing might ping pong, might actually form a right shoulder over here. We'll see. All we can see is watch the price action, but I fully expect this to be very bullish this week, and Apple could be a really nice play this week. Earnings on the 17th for Oxy. Thank you, Michael. That'll be interesting to watch, actually. Just gonna fast through here some. When I find some that are interesting, I'll stop at. AMD is another one. So I'll tell you what I was looking at here on AMD. So I had an alert set on AMD for when it broke over 92. Because basically when it's over 92, there's a huge gap here. And you can see it didn't go up immediately, but it did fill this gap on Friday as expected. So that's something to consider, is the AMD gap is filled, but that doesn't mean it's done. It did have this downtrend break. So if you're looking at this downtrend, it broke it, retested it, and bounced. So this is pretty bullish. This could be a reversal now, and this could retest 100. So let's see what happens, but AMD doesn't look bad at all. Amazon's been struggling. It's still kind of in this range right here. For me, until Amazon gets over 3,500, and even though it's at 3,300 right now, it's just the risk reward on Amazon is too great for me until it really starts to do something. It's been trading in this range for literally almost a year now. Man, weed really sold off crazy. Like this thing, weed squeezed, and I think weed's going to be done for a little bit until it gathers some more momentum. But the move on weed is good. ARCT does have a gap here. Doesn't look interesting yet. ATV looks really interesting. So ATV, my prediction was it to hit this range off of earnings. It did exactly that. So now what we have is a power earnings gap. And so over 104, and this thing can go to 110 really easily. Stocktard iRobot I have automated. It is one of the stocks I am definitely looking at. So for me, it's got a heavy short interest. I'm looking to enter over 136, and this thing could get squeezed again, but it's looking really well, you know. So I'm very interested in iRobot. XL, until XL gets over 22.25, you know, it's just kind of been trading in this range. Once it breaks over that, then we're talking. But you know, it's basically, I think it can still go up, but we'll have to see what happens. It's another one I'm interested in. Aventor. B-Town. I'm actually pretty heavy in B-Town. I've been watching this for a while. I think I need to adjust my levels here. So it is interesting, you know, it kind of broke below this descending wedge here, so that would put us more like this. So I really think, I mean, the volume was next to nothing on Friday, and it's just been going downhill. So for me, I want to see what this is going to do something this week, I imagine. I believe they've been in talks to combine another company with another company as well, so they might actually finally be doing something. So this ended up, instead of being an ABC, looks like it's ended up being an A, B, C, D, E. So instead of a 3-wave, it's going to be a 5-wave correction. So it's definitely going to do something soon. I'm leaning on the bullish side. I don't anticipate it going down. Like I said, I'm pretty heavy in it, so hopefully I'm right, because that would make me some decent money. SOS looks good. As long as Bitcoin keeps going up, SOS is going to go up. So this is a Bitcoin mining in China, so keep that in mind. I don't have it charted because it's just kind of doing crazy things, but it's being squeezed and all that. So VLDR I am looking forward to. It's kind of got a nice cup and handle here. I already have it fully charted out and automated, so don't need to do much on that. I'm just looking for the breakout now. You know, it kind of has a diamond here, which is a little scary, but for me, if I can get back over 2350, that's where I'm good to go. So I'm currently not in VLDR anymore, but I do think it's going to do something soon. Alright. BA looks like it could do stuff soon. You know, it had a full breakout here and a retracement, and it looks like it's scaling up here, so BA is going to do stuff soon, hopefully this week. I think BABA is going to be good this week. It's kind of filling this gap now. So it filled the gap to here, but it didn't fill the gap to here. I would really like to see BABA over 280 because I think it could gap up to 290 overnight. So if BABA ever ends the day at 280 on a bullish move, I'd be very interested in seeing if it caps up $10 overnight. You probably will see some level 3s and 4s come out if it does. Banks look so good this week. Oh, they look good. Oh, I didn't even realize they got gaps too. They're gonna gap up. They're gonna gap up Monday. 100%. Yeah, I think I bet you Bank of America opens at 34 on Monday. I mean, it could be up 70 cents, which is a huge move for it. I could easily see that literally gapping up to recent highs. I'm sorry, Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday. Yes, market's closed tomorrow. I can't believe I missed this too. I've been watching this for a while. I had a nice cup and handle and breakout there, and I missed it. Ooh, what happened to BCH? Bitcoin Cash crashed, huh? I can't believe Baidu's at 313. That's nuts. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin's coming. Wow, that sold off a lot. All crypto sold off a lot. Is that right when futures opened? Yep. FIS looks really good. I haven't looked at herein lately. I believe I have FIS charted. Or I did. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah, FIS looks good though. I like them. They're reversing, downtrend broken, retest. Good to go. Should be good. Herein I haven't looked at in forever. All I know is they're like basically like Nicola's twin brother. You know, a whole lot of talk, not a lot of substance. Personally, I honestly don't think herein's going to be a company in a year. That's just my personal opinion. And so I will not even touch it with a 10-foot pole. Now, that doesn't mean you can't trade it. But it does have an impulse move here. Honestly, like, I just wouldn't touch it until earnings. I mean, they got earnings in a week, so... Beyond looks good, though. Filled the gap. Good to go. Beyond looks good. Citibank filled the gap. That's what it's doing right now. Banks are going to go stupid this week. So you can see here, it's got this gap here. That's what it's filling right here. So as soon as this gets above 64, it's game on. Above 64 and boom. Ooh, what are you doing, Cardinal Health? Are you filling the gap here? It might be. This might finally do it. If it bounces on this gap here, this would be a good one. CGC is like one of the only ones. What's nice here is they made nice gaps here, so let's see what happens. But CGC could be going back to 35 before it finds a floor and goes back up. This thing's filling the gap down to 90. Clovis. What happened with Clovis? Man, that thing sold off Went from 8 all the way up to 11 and then all the way back down to 8. Wow, that thing got attacked by shorts. I'm not going to touch that anytime soon. The move's done. I'm not bearish on SPY currently. I've actually had some discussions with some of my fellow mates, and SPY, we keep thinking it's going to crash, and it keeps not crashing. And so I'm going to wait until it actually shows some evidence of crashing. Alright, so this is a really nice chart by ConocoPhillips. So you can see here, it had a breakout, retest. This is an inverted head and shoulders basically. You can see this. This is why oil is looking so good this week. So you have a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. You know, first price target's probably going to be around 50, and it's at 47 right now. After that, I mean, you could see a huge breakout here, or because this is a gap, it might fill the gap and just ping pong up through here, but you never quite know until it happens. What are you doing, Costco? When's their earnings? March 4th? Oh, CRM did awesome. I got earnings this week too, or next week? Next week. CVE, another energy company, looking very bullish. Again, you got your inverted head and shoulders here. Cheaper one though. FUCVS. Chevron again. Another one. Dropbox looks pretty good. Let's start over on this. So Dropbox looks really good. This is one I want to highlight. I've been watching this for a while. Dude, you can't deny that Dropbox has a cup and handle. I mean, it's a cup and handle. It looks really good. Now, you could just wait and play it over 25.20. You don't have to play this now. I'm just saying, put it on your watch list, because this could get squeezed and have a major breakout. You know, it's got the Scout Wick here, yep, to 26, so. Datadog, looks like it's almost done retracing. ADMP. Dell's got a megaphone happening right here. I think 9 out of 10 times, like, people are adamant I check out a ticker, it's always a penny. Yes, I see what you're saying. It does kind of have a cup and handle. I get it. I do get it. Saying you play pennies long enough and you'll never make money. All it takes is that one to burn you. Alright. Good call, though. I mean, this could be a very nice penny, obviously. If this does play out, just play it on the break of this right here, and this thing could go back to, maybe $2. You could catch a nice move there. Reggie's just kind of been hop, skipping, and jumping up. Now, don't know anything about this, but this thing doesn't look like it. It does make money, so that's good. I think this was on my list, actually. Yeah, this has to be on my list. Bet you this thing fills the gap to 99, and then if it bounces off 99, that's where we would want to go in. LAC. LAC looks really good. Why did I not have this on my list? I've heard this so many times too, and I've actually followed it quite a bit. I'm just adding a breakout alert on here. LBS always gets huge call flow. I don't know what it is about this particular ticker. I mean, obviously I have it charted, so I see what's going on here. It's got an inverted head and shoulders. It's got a bull flag. This does look really nice. The call flow makes a lot of sense. I mean, you could see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. Over 56, this could easily run back to 60, so the call flow makes a ton of sense. We could set an alert for this too, actually. Nothing wrong with more alerts, right? Play a little safer with it. PRTA was not a penny. I believe PRTA was yeah, that's crazy. 45% in a day. That was a stock that Kathy Woods invested in, right? Alright, I think it's time to finally crack the beer. Find my bottle opener. There we go. That lady, she's gonna either make people rich or end up making a ton of people broke. A lot of the stuff she invests in is very high risk stuff, but it's working for her, so I'm not going to say nothing until it doesn't work. And I follow her and invest in some of the stuff she invests in, so she definitely has some good insight. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, she takes a lot. She does do a lot of low float stuff too. So, thing is she's been such a name now that. Oh wow! Look at this. Kathy's become such a name now that, like, people will just buy without even researching whatever she buys. So I think she could just buy literally whatever, and it would go up at this point. Like, it's become like that pretty much with her. So defend looks like it's got a nice pennant forming here. So a lot of the defense stocks are finally coming back. I actually Callaway Golf, I believe, is on my list. Yep, I was like, I know I charted this. um, so you're looking for basically a breakout above 3070, 3075 in that range, and this could retest highs. It's $ float, by the way, Izzy. And it's only for people that have access to the bot. Yeah, TRP, if you guys check my Twitter, I am really interested in this. I went and I did a full workup on this. So, the weird thing is it has earnings tomorrow, but the options don't reflect earnings. So, like, a 45 call is only 50 cents away. It costs 45 cents for a 45 call. Like, that doesn't make any sense, because if they have good earnings, this thing could easily go to 50. Now, it generally doesn't move much off earnings, so that's probably why. You know, it doesn't move much. You can see the past earnings. Barely moves at all. So, I don't expect much off earnings. What I'm really interested in is the aftermath of earnings. So if this does move, you know, maybe it goes to 45.50, 45.70 and retests this this resistance zone up here. But if they have good earnings and it hits this line and then kind of sells off, then that's where we're going to be, and then the bounce there is going to be where I'm interested in. Or if it just breaks out, I'm also interested in that. But this is a very interesting ticker. It's got basically, you can see a tightening wedge here, or a tightening pennant. And so I'm really interested to see what happens after earnings. I haven't checked out Suns this weekend, but I know a lot of people have been watching it. And I did have it charted back here. I haven't charted it recently. I know people like these pennies. Those look kind of like a cup and handle forming as well, so see what it does. Yeah, Zoom will probably fill the rest of the gap. I got that already automated for us, so as long as Zoom gets over 436, it's probably going to 460. Now remember, a lot of times when you see these gap fills, it doesn't necessarily happen immediately. Like, it has to create buying and selling pressure in there. So it's going to ping pong up. But yeah, it's going to fill the gap eventually. Zoom, the one thing I know about Zoom is it always has filled the gap after. Now, it might fill the gap and then come right back down. Keep that in mind. So we're playing it to 460 and then we're going from there. That's good beer right there. Saw INSEE. I like INSEE. Let me take a look. I haven't looked at that recently. Oh, what are you doing, INSEE? Oh, nice head and shoulders. Gap down. You know, this probably will reverse soon, but this thing has been a dog. There we go. So this is kind of creating an inverse head and shoulders here, but I know a ton of analysts are very, very bullish on INSEE, and so well, this thing's kind of let's see here. So, I mean, it just beat earnings, so the sell-off doesn't make super sense to me. So I'll have to see how this reacts when it hits that bottom support line there. So this should act as support here. Looks like it filled in some buyers here. I imagine it'd bounce here, especially with that falling wedge that it was forming. Let's see here. I don't know why my stuff isn't saving here, but so Netflix does have a gap down here at 509. This is kind of a bear flag, actually. Wonder if it's gonna hit 575 and then come back down to 508. This could, you know, this has a power earnings gap, so I mean they crushed earnings. Crushed earnings. I'm gonna avoid Netflix for now. It's not my thing. I never play it. Whenever I do play it, I tend to lose money, so. Neo, you'll like this chart. Neo chart looks nice. It's got the ABC. It's got the inverted head and shoulders, so I could see Neo going to 75. B NGO B NGO B NGO and Bingo was his name. Oh. So it looks like it bounced, so that's no longer true. Ooh. B-I-N-G-O B-I-N-G-O was forming a cup. Yeah. Now it's gonna form the handle. Then it's gonna go boom boom. Yeah, so I imagine BNGO will... What's it at after hours? Ah, actually, actually is doing good after hours. Interesting. Well, I mean, for me, if it gets over recent highs of 1450, this thing could fly. I don't know much about it, but I know it's been very popular right here, especially with Kathy's, uh, is it like the genome spacing ETF she made? Genetic one. Alright, I'm going to do a couple more here. MP doing the same thing. Seeing a lot of cup and handles out there right now. So, I mean, you can see clear ABC down here. This thing gets back over 37.25, it could continue to run. Yeah, I know Elliott waves. Laser's been looking good. I really want to see it break this downtrend. I mean, the nice thing about laser though is you can clearly see a double cup, or what you could refer to as a cup and handle basically. So this is a very bullish one. I imagine it might actually do it one more time right there, just to mess with us and burn some more premium for a week, because laser likes to mess with people. And then that's what we're going to see right there. Yeah, I guess that could be considered boobies if you're 15 years old. Alright, so Pelotar I have mapped out here. Looks like it broke resistance. This thing might be coming back down to 29. Is it finally done? Or is it at after hours? It is up 30 cents after hours. But, it's really got to hold this range right here. Otherwise it's coming back down. Pelotar? Palantir, sorry. Pelotar. It's the beer, I tell ya. And it's late at night. I think I have blink charted. No? No, I don't. It did, kind of. I'm a little worried this is a head and shoulders, but I mean, blink. Hey, Junior. Yeah, one sec, buddy. Just finish this. I think this is going to create a bull flag here. Should be good for this week, but we'll see what happens here. It should. I think blink will retest 57. What is fat? I mean, how are you supposed to chart stuff like this? When you get this news, I mean, basically these power earning news like this, you generally see a gap up. I'm assuming this had news, so you generally see a gap up, and then you see a flag 99% of the time. And so either it does a flag or it sells off. It either does a flag or it does one of these. So if the news is legit, it'll do the flag. If it's a pump and dump, it'll do the ABC down. Either way, if you're not in it, don't get in it. There's a million different better plays out there. I mean, the average volume is 100,000. So unless you're playing shares, there's really no other way to play it. You only can play shares on it. I'm assuming that's what a lot of whenever I get asked about a penny stock, I'm assuming you're playing shares anyway, so. I did Sens, I did SOS. I have CRISPR on my list. I haven't really been looking at it because it hasn't been doing much. So, it's kind of creating... I'm really worried it's going to go back. The reason I have this line right here is it looks like it's going to go back there. So, the problem with them is they keep losing tons of money. And they're going to have to do share offerings soon, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, you basically got a head and shoulders. It's going to stair step down. It's got some violent sell-offs, and it's going to happen again, in my opinion. So, that's why I haven't talked about it. I think it's going back down to 110. So, ugh, Cassava. Ooh, what a pump and dump. Look at this volume, too. This is going to do something. I can sense it. Alright, so the volume is drying up very, very much. So this is either a pump and dump, or it's just consolidating for the next move. So it's either going to explode. I gotta look into what this is. This is a crazy move. So this moved from 23 to 118 in a week. That's crazy. No wonder you want me to look at this. Average volume 25 million shares. Okay. I'm going to look more into this and try to release a report here. But it's either going to do that. They did an offering. So if they had drug news and the drug is legit, yeah, this could be legit. This is what happens with biotechs. But if it breaks 43.80, it's going back down. You know, maybe that's what it's got to do before it can go back up. It looks very volatile, but I'm gonna add it to my watch list though. I wanna keep track of this. This looks like something that could be fun to watch. Fubu is in a giant triangular pattern. So until FUBU gets above 50, I will not touch it. Alright. I believe I have WWR on my watch list. It's getting to the point where I think it could be bullish, so I like this. You know what? This one could be a good one to put an alert on. I'm surprised I don't have one on it. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Yeah, WWR looks good. I agree. I like what I'm seeing here. I'm only playing it if this line breaks. So. Alright. Prash, I will do Infi. But if it's a penny, I swear to God, I'm not going to spend much time on it. And it's a penny. Alright, if it breaks the orange line, you're gonna not play it, and if it breaks the blue line, then you'll be fine. Over 440, bad. Under 380, or over 440, good. Under 390, bad. There you go. You guys need to learn support and resistance. It's not that hard. I think I had F-Cell. F-Cell was my play of the week last week. It worked out really well. The problem is then it kind of hit this zone right here. You know, we had this cup and handle play that we were playing, and it ran from 24.5 to 29 basically. Hit the resistance up here, and now it's selling off. I swear people want me to look at pennies sometimes just because they know it annoys me. Alright, did AFA, AFA's not worth looking at yet. NNDM, I've been watching for a while. You know, I had this pennant that was forming in this up channel. Now, these are invalid, they don't matter anymore. It did bounce here, which is good. I mean, a lot of things with these 3D printing companies is all speculative, so I would have preferred this to bounce, if I'm being honest with you, around 15 previously, because that would have been a nice cup and handle. Now it's more... Yeah, let's see what we got here. Looking like what's going to happen. I can actually kind of see this forming. I've seen this before. So this is probably going to make a nice pennant here all the way back up to 18. So you're going to see, you know, maybe something like this. And then it might even have one more sell-off. Where it looks like this. Then then it's going to explode. So it's going to consolidate probably between the 15 and 18 mark for at least another month. Now, that's not saying it's gonna. I'm just saying statistics say, based on the formation and the patterns that are forming, it does look bullish still, but it's going to need to create some patterns here. Now, the one thing that does worry me, I'm actually seeing this right now, is you do kind of see this head forming, and if this doesn't go up right here, this could be a shoulder down to here, and this could actually create then, this could actually go back down to 13. So that's my only thing I'm worried about, is this head and shoulders here. And you do have increased volume into the head and decreased volume on the right shoulder. So based on volume, this could actually be a head and shoulders. Just watch the support line on the bottom here, and that's what we're going to look at. So for me, if this thing doesn't hold above 1540, if it goes under 1540, I would not play this at all, because that's probably the first sign that it's going back down. I mean, they're all kind of a horse apiece. I mean, you got NNDM, you got MP, and then you also have desktop metals. I think MP, this actually, I mean, desktop metals has a better chart than NNDM, if I'm being honest with you. This has a much better chart, which is interesting. So not only did it break out of this pennant right here, or this descending triangle, you know, it does look like it broke, and it might be retesting it. So and then you got MP. So MP and DM both look better than NNDM, by the way. So you got a cup and handle. They both have these descending triangles, or, you know, basically similar setups. These both have similar setups. I think NNDM got a little bit more news, but they all kind of have the same setup. So the GVO to start it at the beginning of the day. What is NAT? Another penny. Not even gonna. Tanker. You know, tankers are hot right now with all the shipping, actually. Right, I'll give you the light of day on this one, because it looks slightly interesting. So this looks to be a bull flag forming. And so over 3070, what's it at after hours? 3071. Okay. So you do have a lot of resistance here, but you do have a gap from 376 to 383. This has a really high dividend too. But imagine if they keep losing money, the dividend will be the first thing to go. I like CVS a lot. Yeah, CVS is one of my favorite stocks. Alright, that's going to do it for me. I'm tired. I'm going to enjoy my beer, and I'm going to relax. And why don't we do another one tomorrow? Without the market running tomorrow, we could probably do another live. So if I have some time, we can do another classroom tomorrow, or another live, and we can go over some more stocks, since we have 2 days before the market opens. I just don't want to spend a bunch of hours tonight on it and get really tired and get some sloppy charting in. So let's do another one tomorrow. We'll do like part 2. We could do a bonus classroom and do some charting tomorrow. But thank you, everyone. Feel free to hang out in the Discord. If you want to throw me a like and subscribe, it's always helpful. But you know, I don't force anyone to do anything. So hope you all have a wonderful evening.